So I was just going through some videos this morning, editing and whatnot, and I found the outtake from the TV cabinet uploaded last week, where, I don't know if anyone spotted, but the hinges on the very end changed from a nice sauce hinge to a long piano hinge. And I've got these templates which I'm making for the English market. They're in millimeters. I'm going to do a video on next week when I finish them. They're sauce hinge templates that I'm going to start selling on my Etsy store. So I'm just going to show you this, which is kind of the end of the last video, and you'll get to see how I changed the TV cabinet hinges from these lovely sauce hinges to the old style piano hinge, because at the last minute after the unit was done, the client wanted the telly to swivel and there just wasn't the room in the cabinet. Hope you enjoy it. Have a good day Sunday. See you later. Okay, so I've just finished this unit. It's really nice, a TV unit. The client supplied the stained glass, and it has a hidden push the remote. You have this TV popping up at the back. Unfortunately, it's all finished, ready to go. Just need to add the handles. Unfortunately, just got a call from the client and they've changed their telly and the space, because there's plenty of room in there for any modern telly, but they want to have one of those pivoting arms which lets the telly swing out from the wall, and that's not going to fit. Excuse me. So whenever I do a TV cabinet, the rear attachment, as ugly as screws are, is always screwed on, just for upgrades in the future. This whole system here is screwed in here. I'll show you a little video of me fixing that. But the point being that if there's ever any upgrades from the client, you can just remove this section and alter it. So in this case, it looks like I'm going to have to go from this sauce style hinge to actually hinging the unit on the back with the big long piano style hinge. So this whole bit is going to tip, which is not what I like to do. I really like these sauce hinges. They're great to work with. I really like the look of them, and they're really, you know, good hinge for this particular job, which is a kind of gravity fed drop on the back of one of those things. This was ready to deliver, and I've actually got I might get away with keeping that. I may have to remake this whole bit, I don't know. I might just get away with planing this off and attaching a second section. It's all laminated anyway. I do recommend laminating as much as you can down these boards, especially this one here, because it can tend to cup and stuff if you just try to do it in one big board. I've noticed anyway with the oak I'm using. So here we go, let's see how we get on. So it's super awkward to video in here, but you can see the original system, how I had it. I built this little plinth and then I put a little bit on there, which you'll see me doing. I'm now gonna have to boost it up, if you look in here, because I now need the mechanism. I put these little pads in. I now need the mechanism. It can't screw into this panel, it's not thick enough, so it's gonna have to screw into here. I need to raise it up. Luckily there's enough room inside. Now I knew there was a lot of this work coming up. I've got another couple of very sort of small tight builds. As I said, when I originally designed this, I did the base, did all the fixings, and then I put the base on, but now it's all a bit late and I've got to work inside. But anyway, this is where I come up with this. I saw this, a special offer. I've been waiting for something like this for a while. CXS 10.8 volt, absolutely crucial. I've got no way of getting in there without this. Really cool little tool. Bought it for this job and one other one, and I don't regret it. To be honest, I think it's going to replace my main drill because it's just so cool and handy. So when working with oak, I really like to use the SPAC stainless screws. I really like that head as well, stops any slipping. And with oak, I can't countersink in there, it's too awkward. Tiny bit of candle wax on there and that will go in dead easy. Okay. So the TV lift unit now is, let's see if I can get in here, is directly on the carcass, which is not normally what I would do. It'd definitely be set in so you can use your sauce hinge, but it's not a problem because we're going to use a hinge on the back of the unit. So you're actually going to see the hinge from the back. The client, I spoke to the client, they're not worried about it. So they just need to have the space, and this is just about going to have the space. It's quite a big space here for a modern TV, but because there's going to be this arm which comes around, needs to take that into account. So next stage is to get the piano hinge on and then do some test fits, because it's got to have to meet up obviously perfectly with that. So plan A is to put some dominoes in that and try and use that. Okay, moment of truth. Put this. Okay. Yeah, put the kettle on. Yeah, put the kettle on.
You can't say, oh crap, we
No.
missed the beginning.
No. Looks good, doesn't it?